Right, next we're gonna go for protein, where protein is made up of four main components, which is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. But for each protein molecule, they are either paired with phosphorus or sulfur. So what happened here is that for the protein molecule, inside our body, we have 11 non-essential and 9 essential. What does this mean? This is for amino acid. This is the subunit of the protein, right? Consists of 11 non-essential and 9 essential. It's that the non-essential is produced by our own body. And the 9 essential amino acids is something that need to be consumed. We either take it from plants, from meat, from dairy. So for amino acid, the non-essential and the essential amino acids, both of them make up the 20 main amino acids, and 20 only amino acids is that our body use. We might discover more amino acids in the future, we don't know. So what happened here, some of the amino acids that I'm going to introduce to you are isoleucine, leucine, tryptophan, methionine, and glycine. So these are some of the amino acids that is within our body. Alright, so for protein, of course, when we talk about protein, we are talking about the amino acids, the smallest structure or the smallest subunit of protein, where the center is N and they are combined to either sulfur or phosphorus. Right? So what happened to our amino acids is similar to our carbohydrate. When amino acids are combined together, they undergo the process of condensation. And in the reverse process is known as hydrolysis. This is through the activity of an enzyme. They will start to form dipeptide. The binding between one amino acid and another amino acid will form dipeptide. So in other words, we can call the amino acid as peptide. And the dipeptide, when they combine together through a process known as polymerization, the same thing, condensation and hydrolysis, you will form polypeptide. So this polypeptide is a functional protein. So for polypeptide, since it's a functional protein, it has four main structures. We have primary structure, where the primary structure of polypeptide is just a long chain of polypeptide. And then we have our secondary structure. This secondary structure are making up the two main one, are what we call as the alpha helical and the beta platelet. So the alpha helical is something that, the secondary structure is something that we see in silk. Next, we go with the tertiary structure. Now, the secondary structure starts to form a complex structure, which is the tertiary structure. They fold together to form the tertiary structure, and we see this tertiary structure in our antibody. And finally, we have a quaternary structure. Now, this is the most complex form of our protein, where several of these tertiary structure will bind together and start to conform into a much complex shape. We see this in our hemoglobin. Now, for protein, we need protein to carry out a lot of our daily process. We need protein for growth. For plant, they require protein in the form of nitrogen, where they will convert it from nitrate. We need protein for growth to repair damaged tissue. We need the protein to make new enzyme. We also need protein for making the DNA. We need protein to develop new cells and hairs. So for protein, we also use protein for energy. However, in our body, specifically our body will choose to digest carbohydrate compared to protein, because the digestion of protein usually for our body in excess, it creates a lot of uric acid. And this uric acid can bring a lot more problems to our kidney in the future. That's why for our body, we choose carbohydrate over protein for digestion. And that is everything about protein.